Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome back to Jesus Loves You channel. Today we have something heartbreaking to discuss. 356 soldiers exit the force over loss of interest. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed or you're coming here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell by the side so you can get notified whenever we drop our daily content. 356 soldiers are formally exiting the army because of loss of interest. The army is currently engaged in various combats as insecurity worsens across the country. Many of this army exiting the force are those that have been engaged in the long-term fight against this Boko Haram terrorist group in Nigeria. But apart from these 356, another 24 extra army men are exiting the army because they have decided to take up traditional titles, including 2 master warrant officers and 28 warrant officers. Already this July, the Chief of Army Staff, Tukur Buratai, has approved the voluntary discharge of the 380 soldiers who are to proceed on their terminal leave by December this year and disengage next year, 2021, on the 3rd of January, according to the Army administrative policies and procedures. Well, a vital information we got from a source said that the reason given by most of them is loss of interest. This is an indication of low morale in the army due to poor leadership. One army insider said, claiming the army had been broken, demoralized and polarized more than ever before under the Tukur Buratai regime. He said, "It is an indication of the rot in the system," said another officer who knew about the mass disengagement. And more than the 380 soldiers enduring the long official process to exit the army, many have deserted the army. Many have left their guns, their uniform, and deserted the army. At various times, commanders and soldiers have appeared in videos online complaining about logistical support and lack of equipment. At various times, commanders and soldiers have appeared online complaining about lack of equipment and logistical support to combat this insurgent in Nigeria or to combat the terrorist group known as Boko Haram that have displaced millions and killed thousands of Nigeria, especially in the northeastern part of the country. In another occasion, a video appeared online where a commander of Operation Lafia Dule, Olusegun Adeniyi, said online saying that his team or the soldiers has been outgunned by this terrorist group. In this video, Mr. Adeniyi could be seen among disorganized troops, men crying for lack of equipment. Mr. Adeniyi said that the terrorist group were attacking them from every flank with not less than 15 gun trucks. And recently, also on Tuesday, troops of the brigade patrol on the operation in Maiduguri were attacked by this terrorist group, killing not less than 35 men and 60 men unaccounted for. However, we got this information from a vital source. He said the military official told the public only 2 soldiers died, while 17 terrorists were killed. That official press release is a total lie because over 37 soldiers were killed and 60 unaccounted for. The source said the misrepresentation to avoid having to answer questions about the use of heavy funds and also to prevent the renewed calls for the removal of the service chiefs. This is heartbreaking and it has never been recorded before. 356 soldiers exiting as a result of loss of interest. These are men who swore to fight for their country. They pledged their allegiance to their nation, but all of a sudden they decided to leave the army because of why? The government has not really done enough. You don't expect them to leave their family back at home, leave their wives and kids, and go out to fight a terrorist group that have more sophisticated weapons than them. We all have seen some videos online where commanding officers come out to complain about the lack of equipment and how these terrorist groups are attacking them. I think the federal government should look critically in this situation I brought you a news recently showing a general, Mr. Eneche, in the army, talking about the Boko Haram group being sponsored. We are all aware that this terrorist group is being sponsored by some elites in this nation. I think the NIA and the DSS should look into this and try and expose this Boko Haram group, because majority of those 356 soldiers that are exiting the army, most of them are people that have been engaged in this long, decade-long fight against Boko Haram. So, concerning the insurgents in Maiduguri or in Nigeria, regarding Boko Haram, the terrorist group, and the military men, knowing fully well that majority of those 356 men are people that have been engaged in the combat or the fight against Boko Haram. So now meet Mrs. Evelyn Clement, a Maiduguri indigene, someone that have stayed in the place where the heat of the fight is at its peak. So let us share our own opinion to see if the government is really doing enough, or if there is still more to be done concerning the fight against Boko Haram. What do you have to say, Ma?
Well, concerning whether or not the government is doing our best or not, I must say the government is really trying. But when it comes to security, in Nigeria, we are left behind. Okay, the military men who have decided to exit the force, what are their reasons for doing that? They have had several attacks. Many of them have died, and more are still going to die if the government does not do anything about it. These are people who have decided to sacrifice their life, to leave their family, leave everything they have, and go out there to stand for the country, defend them at any cost. But what do they get in return? Humiliation and betrayal. Some of the government officials have betrayed the military men, in the sense that they supply weapons for the people for the Boko Haram, the terrorists who fight in return, who fight back the military men. What have the military men done to them? Nothing. Their own offense was agreeing to stand for their own country and stand for its security at any cost. They deserve better than what they are getting right now. These are selfless service that not everybody can do that. Since they have decided to do that, we should please show appreciation to them by helping them in fighting these terrorists, helping them in the sense that the weapons in which they use in fighting these terrorists are not up to the standard that they can defeat these people. I'm coming from a part whereby these people attack day and night. We do not sleep. For you to sleep, you have to leave one eye open. You can be taken at any time. And the government is doing nothing about this. They are out there enjoying their own safety and security. But we here, we are not enjoying any of that. Is it a crime to be a citizen? I suggest that they should help these military men by supporting them. Their best is not good enough, and that's why these people are deciding to exit the military force. And if care is not taken, if these people leave, if they decide to exit the military force, all of them, I'm sorry to say this, but Nigeria will be very inhabitable for all of us. So please, I call upon the government to please look into this matter.
Okay, that is the thought and the opinion of Mrs. Evelyn Clement, a Maiduguri indigene. She has been there for a very long time, but she has spent her entire life in the town, and she's telling you, expressing her pains concerning how so many houses have been displaced. Most people have been killed in the town, and the government is not really doing enough. The fight has lasted for over 10 years. Imagine, if Nigerian government cannot really do enough, I think they should beckon on a foreign country to assist them in the fight against Boko Haram. I don't know what your thoughts and opinion are, but please, you can leave them in the comment section below. Let us know what the government could do to boost the morale of this army men. Let us know before it's too late. Moving on to the next news, which is the seized properties of the suspended chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu. The suspended chairman, Mr. Ibrahim Magu, could not give account of over 336 properties out of the 836 that were recovered. Well, on Sunday, the latest allegations against the suspended EFCC boss was contained in a report of the Presidential Committee on the audit of recovered assets. Ibrahim Magu, the suspended chairman, could not give an account of missing 332 out of 836 recovered properties in March 2018. It is also stated that the panel alleged that recovered properties were taken over by some top EFCC officials or sold to Magu's friend and cronies at giveaway price. Can you imagine recovering properties and selling them out to your friends? The level of corruption in Nigeria is so high. I think the federal government should be blamed for this. The EFCC are supposed to be the one controlling corruption in Nigeria or checkmating corruption in Nigeria. Well, I don't know what your thoughts and opinion are, but please, you can leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to share this video, and if you like this video, please give us a love reaction or a thumbs up. And also, if you're coming here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the bell by the side so you can get updated whenever we drop our daily content. Keep watching Jesus Loves You channel.